Barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rest. Right now it's time for hemp.
Thank you for taking Time for Hemp. I am your host, Casper Leitch. You are listening to Time for Hemp all around the world on Tumblr, SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and now we are on Spreaker. We've always been on Spreaker. I'm sorry, Roku TV. We are launching the Roku TV network. We started it about 2 months ago, and we keep adding more and more content to it. So if you want to enjoy the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network's Roku TV channel, go to timeforhemp.com, and you can get the code that you need to type into your Roku box to enjoy us commercial free. Also on our website, we are growing marijuana on our site. Yes, we are. We are growing marijuana every night. Yes, we are. And we are having a wonderful time. Wolf Siegel, farmer in the sky, is also a farmer of cannabis, has been for many years, wrote for Sensibilia Tips many moons ago, and he is doing our gardening, and Crop King Seeds is seeds that we are germinating, and we've got other seeds from seeds companies in there that we are planting, and we got a nice little garden in there that you need to check out. We're going to be showing you tips on how to grow a wonderful garden, whether it be in your closet or in your backyard over the next 2 years. And we're doing it live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can watch the plants grow, bloom, and be smoked by all of us here at Time for Hemp. Share that with your friends. On the program today, we are saluting all the hard-working activists up in Canada. They're an amazing group of people who have, for many, many moons, left Americans in the dirt because of the amazing progress they made as a group of people. They got a great hemp industry up there. They've had medical cannabis longer than we have. And then they got this horrible government in for a handful of years that just everybody wanted to go, what? What happened? But now things are turning around, and it looks like everybody up in Canada is going to be out in their backyards holding hands with their police singing Kumbaya. Isn't that right, Kelly?
Yes, Kumbaya. Not quite yet, but you know what? The government we hoped was going to get elected managed to do so. And, they have a mandate. And I'm under the assumption, of course, that the process has already started because the minister was given direction to do so. And but I haven't heard anything more about it, but I assume it's happening.
It would be nice if the police seem to get that same directive, unfortunately, for our friends in Nanaimo and Halifax right now.
And the person you're hearing speaking is Vrecic. Is that how you pronounce it? Vrecic?
It's Vrecic. Close enough, though.
And you need to speak a little more directly into your mic. Vrecic?
It's Vrecic.
I'll never be able to say that. Vrecic?
That's okay.
All right.
It works how you're doing it. Don't worry about it.
Well, you can call me Casper Leitch if you want. I don't care.
There you go. Leitch, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, that's how you do pronounce it. But, yeah, I don't care if you call me Leitch as long as I can't get your name right. Why should you get mine?
That's okay.
So I'll let you gentlemen have a great joint conversation here on the Big Joint broadcast. Keep in mind, anytime you hear the word joint on Time for Hemp, nearly 2.5 million people all around the world pack their pipes, their bongs, their vaporizers, or hit their joints. And that is a great joint policy that we want to continue here. So we'll let this joint conversation proceed with my joint host and our joint guest here at Time for Hemp. Gentlemen?
Yes, this is your first time on the show, correct?
For me, the first time on this show, that is correct.
Right, Rick. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Rick?
I am a medicinal cannabis user. I have been for the past 7 years. I am also one of the owners of TrueCompassionToronto.com. We just opened up for business. We're barely 3 weeks old. And we're in the process of hopefully becoming one of Toronto's better compassion centers.
Nice, nice. Well, I wish you luck on your new venture. And as far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier. I know there's a number of lounges and different operations out there. You guys are much better off than we are here in Calgary, that's for sure. As far as lounges and we just they don't even
have a
exist.
little bit friendlier of a police force, I believe.
Right. Yeah, they don't even exist here. They wouldn't allow them. But it is certainly considered Harper country, no doubt. But as we know, that's now changed. And is that have anything to do with you opening a vapor lounge?
It's not a vapor lounge. It's actually a dispensary. But
okay. Sorry.
No problem at all. And actually, the fact that I was a medicinal cannabis user for so long and part of the industry at another club, it just got to the point in time where I'd been there enough and figured, maybe it's time that I started to do it. And me and my partner decided to open up our own center.
Awesome. So what type of services are you offering? Strictly as a dispensary, or you're a link to doctors, licensed producers, anything like that?
Right now, we are strictly offering cannabis products. We are in the process of negotiations with a herbalist and naturopath to have an on-site office in our center, and we do have space as well. We're thinking about putting in a massage therapist or acupuncture or something along those lines, and to offer a multifaceted operation where there will not just cannabis products, but there will be a place to smoke, a place for education, basically a full-service center, much like you guys have in the States.
Is that how you based your model on, or with the...
The model was based on what I've seen in the city of Toronto personally from my years in the industry, plus some of what I saw as the better aspects of the U.S. model as well, trying to combine the two.
Excellent. And you say you've only been open a few days?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
This is our third week. We're not even finished our third week now. We're still constructing, and it's a lot of long hours for myself and my partner, but it is a labor of love.
Of course. Now, how are your neighbors? Are they your business neighbors? Are they receptive to you?
Our business neighbors have actually been quite nice, and the neighborhood has been quite nice as well. We've tried to do improvements around our buildings, such as lighting, security cameras, and stuff like that, bettering the windows and signage and stuff, and they've been quite receptive. They've been actually quite appreciative of the additional lights and stuff we've put around the building.
Right.
Quite a few people have commented that they feel much safer going in the alley behind their building and stuff now as opposed to before, when it was a lot of shades and a lot of, dark alleys, so to speak. Don't go down dark alley or whatever.
Yeah, I know when I was part of opening just a vapor lounge, not a dispensary, and our business neighbors liked us very much. We really started revitalizing the area. Some of the residents were very concerned that we would just attract, a whole slew of drug-type people and violence, and it turned out to be exactly the opposite. The drug people that were there moved out, and again, over 10 years of operating different lounges, vapor lounges, since the first one started in Toronto, and they've never ever had a single police complaint. So that's a pretty amazing stat when you consider the number of businesses and their longevity in Toronto. So yeah, it's very receptive out there compared to here in Calgary. Like I say, we have nothing, Eric. It's depressing in a way, but now that hopefully we are moving towards legalization in this country, that's going to change drastically here in Alberta.
We're looking forward to that as well. But you do have a very progressive mayor out there in Calgary.
We do, you bet. He seems to be pretty much common sense, which is rare in a politician. I don't know if I should have used that word because he's pretty much on the ball with most things going on. It's refreshing to see. I think Justin Trudeau is of similar ilk. It just seems to be a lot of more common sense decisions. Sorry?
I'm saying it seems to be a lot of things coming out of the Prime Minister's office now as opposed to a few months ago. We agree. We're looking forward to seeing what type of a model they're going to come up with. We also hope that they keep in mind that any sin taxes applied to recreational cannabis would be exempt for medicinal users, but, we can hold our breath with that as well.
Right. Well, I would think so, but of course, that's a common sense thing, and I truly believe that if brought to the government in that fashion, common sense, dictates that medical patients should not be paying a sin tax on their medicinal cannabis. It makes 100% complete sense, and I don't think that they're going to go any differently. But I don't know. I haven't heard, and as you know, we have no idea what's going on. They've only the Prime Minister suggested or asked the minister to start talks with the provinces to see how to handle this. I'm sure we're not going Amsterdam-style coffee shops. I suspect that it'll be somewhat normalcy in terms of current channels with maybe along alcohol or tobacco, anything else that's sin taxed. The government's definitely going to have a hand in it in terms of extracting tax, but and also controlling its production and distribution, maybe through liquor stores or maybe standalone, I don't know, but you'd like to think it would be something easily streamed in to their current system of distributing alcohol.
That's one of the models I believe that they're looking at, yeah. But we're hoping that they're going to keep compassion centers in mind as well, and that there'll be room for everybody in the growing market that there is.
Yeah, I hope so as well. Obviously, is it going to go to big business? Chances are probably pretty good that we know the big business is going to be involved. But what about the medical patient that can continue to grow for themselves and prefers to grow for themselves as opposed to buying from a licensed producer or whatever? Even on the recreation side, are we going to be allowed to grow 6 plants like we could make our own wine or beer, or are we not going to be allowed? And we're going to have, there's so much to figure out. Who knows where they're going to go?
And there's a lot of different models that they are apparently looking at. So,
well, again, I like to really think that they try to look at a more of a common sense approach as past governments. But they're just new. We're going to see what they're going to do. They put a lot of stuff out there. They said they were going to do. We'll see what happens. We're very hopeful. I expect legalization to happen in certainly before their term is done. How they get there, who knows? I guess it depends once they, pick their model and release it to the public and then wait for the backlash and the people who were left out unhappy and the people who were in happy and then other people just hoping they'd get it done so that they can buy illegal cannabis.
It would be nice if somebody who's putting their sort of freedom on the line for getting medicine to patients to know that at the end of the day, I'll be able to come home to my family every night.
Absolutely, yeah. Medical patients, let's face it, we've had a program for 10 years plus now. They're the backbone of actually making legalization happen by bringing normalcy and credibility to cannabis. Certainly spearheaded the pathway to general legalization.
It would be nice, actually, if that stigma was finally lifted because as a medicinal patient myself, even dealing with family and stuff like that, that stigma is still there.
It is, but of course, it's changing an awful lot and at a fairly fast pace as more and more information becomes available. And I think it will always carry a little bit, not necessarily stigma, but it'll carry that tag, well into from when I'm gone from here. People will still maybe think of it as a hippie or, just
a bit of a joke.
Yeah, make fun of the pot headline on the couch and that kind of stuff. I don't know how many generations it'll take to get rid of that particular stigma, but I really think the stigma about cannabis itself has changed dramatically in very recent history with Dr. Sanjay.
Even in the last 2 years, I'll have to agree with that as well. There's been serious strides made compared to where it was even just 2 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. When you present a Sanjay Gupta show where you see a child benefiting from cannabis oil, how can you as a human being not want to have that to happen? I mean, it just, it's amazing. So, yeah, major strides. Legalization is happening other places around the world. I was just informed this morning that apparently it's happened in Colombia, and I wasn't aware of that. Casper, do you know anything about Colombia going legal?
No, I only what I've read on Google.
Right. Well, I'm going to have to research a little bit, but I heard from some very, very important good source this morning that it was legal in Colombia now also. I know it is in Uruguay. I know that Chile is moving towards that. South America is really becoming a hotspot, so to speak. Even Mexico is talking about that. So it's moving in, all of North America with Mexico, Canada, and the United States, all either looking at it, doing it, moving towards whatever. I mean, not that long ago, it was a very different face on the planet. And Uruguay, and if so, Colombia, and like I say, Chile, Brazil, and Mexico are all also, looking at taking this to a higher process, either legalization or decriminalization or whatever. It's amazing.
So much so that you're really starting to see marijuana tourism industry starting up.
That as well.
And one thing that we're also seeing is a marijuana broadcast becoming more and more popular, and a global broadcasting network focused on cannabis becoming even more and more popular. And that's because of the support that we get from our sponsors. And we love our sponsors, and that's why we're going to stop and let them be heard here on Time for Hemp. You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Please share us with your friends.
THCF Medical Clinics are the premier physicians clinic in the United States. THCF has offices all across the United States from Hawaii to Michigan. THCF Medical Clinics has helped approximately 150,000 patients obtain their medical marijuana permits to legally possess, grow, and use medical marijuana. If you have chronic pain, multiple sclerosis, or any other neurological degenerative disease, or if you have any gastrointestinal disorders such as GERD, irritable bowel syndrome, or if you have AIDS, cancer, spastic disorders, seizure disorders, or glaucoma, call us at 1-800-723-0188 or visit us online at hemp.org. Again, the number is 1-800-723-0188 and the site is hemp.org.
Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. of years. Now is the time to drive away those fears. Come on, people, open up your ears. That's why we're singing it loud and clear. If you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. 'Cause if you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. But while I said, excuse me, while I light my split, knowing that the cannabis is a precious gift. Because they told us so many lies. To some people this might be a surprise. To see my split as a blessing in disguise. Time for the herb to win the Nobel Prize. If you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. If you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. Hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. So I beg you, do not turn youths into criminals by declaring something good into illegal. It is helpful, it is useful, it is natural, and for your meditation, inspirational. Known all over the world, it's international. From the Rastaman down to the Cardinal, they use it as a holy sacrament, well spiritual. The only crime about it, it's still illegal. If you know the roots of it, then you would make good use of it. 'Cause if you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. If you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. 'Cause if you know the roots of it, then you will find the truth in it. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. This is the cannabis song.
And this is the Cannabis Network, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all cannabis all the time. Find us on iHeartRadio, Tumblr, SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course now on the Roku TV network. Make it a point to share us with your friends. Also, do tune in to the timeforhemp.com website on a regular basis and watch our cannabis gardens grow. I said it's going to be a 2-year project. We're starting out with 3 small tents. Right now, you can go and check out. They'll be coming to harvest here soon. And about every 16 or 17 weeks, we plan on harvesting the gardens that we're growing, breaking them down, and building a bigger one after that. And our last garden at the end of a 2-year project, we intend to have to be the size of a 1/4 acre. So if you're interested in making the most of your garden in a closet or your garden in your backyard, make it a point to go to Time for Hemp and check out the grow pages. We will be posting videos up there to help with techniques, and our blog will also be up there as to what we've done for each garden, and you can see a time-lapse video slideshow of each garden as they grow and are harvested. And, of course, our 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week live cam on our plants. Speaking of plants and medicinal, taking it from seed to grow, to harvest, to smoke, one of the best ways to consume your cannabis is through a vaporizer. Isn't that right, Kelly?
You betcha.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Kelly, you give away a free vaporizer, don't you?
We do, and it's to, of course, to medical patients. It's 100% free giveaway. It's super simple. The requirements are that you are a medical patient and that you're on. You can't afford to purchase one because you're on disability or a pension or workers' comp or whatever the case may be. And we know that A lot of these people find it difficult just to pay rent and buy food with what they get on a monthly basis, let alone purchase medicine and or certainly dream about getting a quality vaporizer. And a lot of these patients can benefit from it, not only from a health perspective, but also from a pocketbook perspective. Most patients report using 50% less cannabis after getting a quality vaporizer. So it's really, really for them super awesome long-term advantage to having a quality vaporizer. These are the people that we're looking for. So if you're listening today, or you're not one of these people and you're listening today, you certainly know somebody probably who could benefit from a free vaporizer. All they have to do is send me an email to Kelly, Kelly, at kdkwholesale.ca. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll get you in there and hopefully get a free vaporizer out to you.
And on behalf of the marijuana movement, I said marijuana, beat me up. On behalf of the cannabis movement, we want to say thank you, Kelly, for being so gracious. That's nice for you and your team to make that happen.
That's a very awesome thing, Kelly.
And you need to share that with the people who are around you, too.
Eric, you there?
Rick? Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I'm by myself right now in the office, so I was kind of looking around. I tried to go into one of the offices where I was by myself. So technically speaking, there's nobody around me right now, but I will.
That's all right. I've gotten used to that. That's how I spend most of my dates.
By yourself?
Yes. All right. So, Rick, do make it a point to share that information about a free vaporizer with the people around you. Kelly really does want to make someone's life easier and better, and he can't do that unless they reach out to him. Gentlemen, I'm going to let you get back to your joint conversation.
Thank you, sir.
As a patient, we'd like to hear a little bit about your road to cannabis discovery and what it's done for you.
As for myself speaking, I started medicinal cannabis, I guess, 7 or 8 years ago. I have a chronic pain condition with the back injury. I also have fibromyalgia and post-concussion syndrome. So at the time, I was on a cocktail of opiates, including OxyContin, Percocet, and morphine. My doctor at the time asked me to try Sesamet because he heard some good things about it. I tried Sesamet, didn't find it worked that well. It worked a little bit. Found out that it was artificial THC. Went to my doctor then and said, hey, since you gave me this artificial THC, maybe you won't mind signing out my paperwork so I could go check out one of the dispensaries and find out if real marijuana would work for me. He was applicable to it, and I went and tried medicinal marijuana, and I can proudly say I've been opiate-free for the past 4 years, thanks to marijuana being my medicine, including an array of edibles. I do dabs, and I smoke a few joints every day, and that seems to replace everything that I was doing, and it gave me my life back.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you were using opiates then to treat the pain?
I was using opiates to treat the pain, and as a result of using those opiates, it basically turns you into a waking zombie. I would isolate myself, put on a bunch of weight. It was just a horrible situation, and I never want to go back to that. In my whole 8 years, I've never been addicted to anything after just a year or two on the pills. I was physically addicted, to the point I was physically addicted, and I hated that feeling.
No doubt. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's amazing that you're able to use just cannabis and get away from all those other horrible things. Not everybody's able to do that, but that's anybody that can, of course.
I was lucky to receive the wonderful opportunity of trying it and finding out that indeed it did work wonders for me, to the point where I've been able to basically start my life again and have a quality of life that I didn't have since before my accident.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's huge. That's why we all love this plant so much.
It is. And that's the reason why I decided to open up TrueCompassionToronto.com. It's a dispensary in the Toronto High Park area. We are looking for new members now, so we've been open all of 3 weeks. We're having a lot of fun, and I don't know, help me along, guys.
Yeah. Well, you're looking for new members. You're just new on the block, and you give us a general vicinity and how people can get a hold of you.
Sure. Generally, we're located in the High Park area of Toronto. You can get a hold of us any number of ways, starting with our email address, info@truecompassiontoronto.com, or you can go check out our website, truecompassiontoronto.com, and go to our membership page, and it's just a one-page form. Nowhere on there does it say medicinal cannabis. We fax your doctor a confirmation of diagnosis, and it's as simple as that. You can be a member usually within a day or two, depending on how long it takes the doctors to get back to us.
Wow, that's efficient. A day or two.
And then you can also give our membership office a call at 647-977-1995, or you can fax your membership application to 647-977-1994. And I've probably forgotten another couple of ways where you can get in touch with us, but there is a lot.
Awesome. And your hours of business?
Our hours of operation for the time being are Monday to Saturday, Monday to Friday being 11 p.m. till 7 p.m., and Saturdays 11 till 4 p.m.
Okay, so now are you looking for patients who have their license, or are you also looking for patients who are trying to get their license?
We were willing to accept any patients who can give us a confirmation of any one of a number of different diagnoses where cannabis is beneficial. And all we need is a confirmation of diagnosis from a doctor, naturopath, chiropractor, nurse practitioner, some medical official who can tell us that, yes, indeed, you do have some sort of medical ailment. And it's got to be something a little more than just a skin condition or something like that.
Right. So you're just looking to supply, like you say, do you offer any other you're hoping to offer subsidiary things like homeopathy or chiropractic or massage therapy, all that kind of stuff. But are you also a facility where someone who's maybe on the fan, they're listening to the show today and they're thinking, well, maybe I'd like, can they call you and get information and direction to doctors or any kind of help to get their license?
As far as getting their license with a licensed producer, no. But getting your membership with us, yes, we do have a couple of medical practitioners who we can direct you to. I believe there is some sort of fee, but that would be between you and that practitioner.
Right. So you don't necessarily have to have a medical license. You just need to have a medical condition signed off on by someone in the medicinal field or a qualified...
somebody who's qualified to sign off on it, yes.
Right. So, well, that's pretty easy. Cool. Are you looking for strictly local people, or are you willing to reach out to other patients in Canada?
We're willing to take people, all across the city and, all across Ontario. Eventually, we hope to set up a mail order program. As we are just starting out, we can't set that up right now, but we do know that getting medicine to people up there in remote areas is important. We also offer all of our members the option of having a caregiver. It would be one person, and on the days when they are not feeling up to coming in for a visit, they can phone in an order, and that registered caregiver could come in and pay for it and pick it up.
Right. Because some people certainly can't be very mobile on the best of days, and they certainly
when the weather gets a little inclement and stuff like that, it does seem to limit some of our members, and we find the caregiver option is a wonderful way.
Yeah, that's something new I've never heard of. That's good that you allow that to happen, because that makes sense to me. There are certainly going to be days that some of the patients are going to be able to make it to your clinic for certain.
Mm-hmm. And those are the days.
It doesn't have to necessarily be weather related. It can be their condition related or whatever.
There's a number of reasons why, and we find that it is a way for when they need it most, they can get their medicine. Because on those days, I know, myself included, those are the days when I need it more than ever.
Have you ever considered direct delivery, or does anybody, do you know, have they ever offered that for their patients where they can deliver directly to their residences?
It is something that we are considering. There is a safety aspect to it as well.
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things to consider without a doubt, but I think for some
both for the member and the delivery driver themselves. So if we could work out the logistics of that a little bit, it is something we are looking into.
Right.
But again, because a lot of our members do have difficulty getting around, and it would be an option that we would like to explore. And the other thing, once we get our construction and everything done, we are going to be looking to having some like cooking classes and stuff like that, information centers here at the center, and we hope that people will be able to, go into our testing room and enjoy the facilities.
Right.
Not just come in and go out right away.
So are you offering other products besides cannabis, such as hashish or hash oil, or?
We offer a full range of THC-related products. We have edibles, we have cannabis, we have hashish, we have butane-extracted honey oil. We're in the process of getting honey oil and phoenix tears. So we are going to offer a full range of services.
Nice. Yes, I know that, of course, cannabis butter or edibles is really the only way for some people, and that's important.
I got youngsters at home, too, and I find that there's no better way for me to medicate around them than just popping in the cookie, as opposed to trying to even do a dab or using a vaporizer or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, of course, whatever works, and edibles are a very, very important part of the medicinal side of things. I'm sure as we move towards legalization, there will be a tremendous amount more of people trying to make extracts and different things with different products with the extracts, and there will be so much more research into the benefits of cannabis, because now it'll be legal and they'll be able to research it and use it for this, that, and the other thing. I honestly believe that its true potential is far from being realized. And once we move towards legalization and more research happens, there's going to start to unlock other parts of this plant besides THC and CBD that are super beneficial to people in certain areas.
As somebody who's been in the industry for a number of years without trying to make any medical claims or anything like that, I can say that I have truly seen a lot of miracles.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here. And this gives us a chance to give a shout out to the important things that are going on up in Canada. And we'll start with our joint guest first, Rick.
I would hope people would come by and check out our website, truecompassiontoronto.com. They could also check out our Facebook page and come by and sign up a membership, and hope they come by and see us. We'd love to help you out.
And Kelly?
Well, for all you medical patients out there that would really like a free vaporizer, Kelly, Kelly, at kdkwholesale.ca. Come on, man. We want to hear from you.
And remember, we are not just one show, but we are a team of people who are broadcasting all around the world about the need to end prohibition. Make it a point to check out our global live garden. Share that with your friends. Our archives are free to download, and all of our apps are available for all your smart devices. So no matter where you go, you can always know for a fact that it really is time for hemp.
Hemp makes 20 barrels of oil. No need for pesticides to poison all our soil. People got no food, they got no clothes, they got no rest. Right now it's time for hemp.
look here. It's trouble, I'll vaporize some Jack Harrow because it's way better than Riot.
And if you've got anxiety, have you ever tried weed? It's easy.
Break it down, you roll it down by. Where's my lighter? Play a line it up. In FAC, get medication frequently, cause I'm a true believer. Man, I've been whipping around this sneak since like 1993. But when I eat medicated body, it's like I'm walking away.
I smoke weed, those stinky little green leaves. I wake and bake, sleep and talk. I smoke until I jump. You smoke marijuana and you still got 5 on it. Ooh, come with me. The time has come to finally legalize this marijuana. I smoke Mary Jane.
Around here you still gotta you better mind your balance, boy. My stress still granddaddy. Go ahead, y'all smoke all that kush. I'll be good as I
Float, come on and blow with me.
baby, blow that smoke up in my face, baby, my face. Well, you can catch me in Fosco, May, but don't trip if I'm smoking, cause it's like indoors growing wild around here.
I smoke weed, those stinky little green leaves. I wake and bake, sneak and tumble, smoke until I jump. You smoke marijuana and you still got 5 on it. Ooh, come with me. The time has come to finally legalize this marijuana.
Yes! Oh, donkey. Oh, your donkeys. Come.
They're selling our country, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country, ooh, they're selling
And I never been down with no OPP. I talk about selling our people's property. Don't know who doing it, so don't round me out. Don't send no police round me and tell me shush my mouth. Where's our conviction? But where's our pride? We selling everything, selling our backside. Just go online, it'll make you sick. You can buy any island, just point and click. See,
they're selling our country,
yes,
they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country, ooh, they're selling our
ride him. My mother always say when you find a donkey, ride it. Who's donkey? What? Come on. We got a whole nation in 73. Now we getting back the whole country. What kind of fools we must be, selling out for a bag of rice and a cup of tea. You know what does bug me? Help me understand. I can't find piece of property for under 80 grand, but I can fix this. I know what to do. I can squat just like them other people try make me do. See,
they're selling our country,
yes,
they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country, ooh, they're selling our they're selling our country, they're selling our land, they're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country, ooh, they're selling our
I can everybody sell some every day. Come on. what's against to do. You want them have a sense of pride, or go selling too. Cause they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling they're selling our country, yes, they're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling they're selling our country, yes man. They're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling they're selling our country, yes. They're selling our land. They're selling our archipelago of sea and sand. Now break down the acronym like you in class. Oh, they're selling the whole country. Ooh, they're selling
No death has ever come from the silver sea. No assassinate I've never seen. Secret petrochemical, the corporate greed. So much pollution is caused by thee. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 yachts like Washington. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 like great Americans. Roll on, rolls of paper, cloth and rope, renewability. Why out for wasteful synthetic meat? Someone give me the reason, 'cause we like the rhyme. For this police state and for your crime. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 yachts like Washington. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 like great Americans. Roll on. Glaucoma, cancer, AIDS, MS, and epilepsy. Why are all the ways to help treat thee? No waste has ever come, 'cause it's a sweet green leaf. No reefer madness, no demon weed. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 yachts like Washington. Roll on, food medicine. I grew 2 like great Americans. Roll on, roll on,
You are listening to the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network, the only broadcasting network dedicated to ending the global war on drugs on iHeartRadio. Please share us with your friends.